Hey guys, this is Turk72. I found a interesting article, another one chronicling abuses by the BLM and FBI, and this happened fairly recently in June of 2009. It was called the Four Corners Raids. Apparently involved four towns near Moab, Utah, and I found this information from Jim Fisher True Crime at Jim Fisher True Crime blogspot.com. And what's scary about this article is it really shows me that the feds have learned nothing from Ruby Ridge. Yeah, if you don't know about Ruby Ridge, you should look it up on Wikipedia or something. But apparently, most of these raids occurred in a town in Blanding, Utah. So apparently in this town, it was customary for many generations, 100 years or so, to collect Native American artifacts. So yes, they collected and or took these artifacts from Native American ruins. So again, this is very customary in this town. I'm not defending the actions, but for generations people collected and or sold these artifacts in this town. And apparently this may not have been illegal until 1979 came around, and there was the federal law called the ARPA, Archaeological Resource Protection Act. So, but what do you do? These people already for generations have been collecting these things in their homes and selling them to antique dealers and such. So, fast forward to 2006, there was a guy named Mr. Gardner who was an antique dealer. He volunteered to be an informant for the FBI. So he used his antiques business to finger people who were apparently buying and selling these artifacts. So again, they were collecting information for a while here. Gardner was paid lots of money, including money for his artifacts. So he was paid a good $500,000 plus monthly installments to be a snitch. So anyway, as a result of this, I think approximately 19 individuals were raided by SWAT teams, and one of the men that were raided is a person named Dr. Red, who was the town physician, Dr. James Red. So, according to Dr. Red's son, Dr. James Red's home was raided by 80 or so federal agents, including 7 snipers on the roofs. So Dr. Red had a gun pointed at him, thrown to the ground, handcuffed, etc. Dr. Red was charged with 1 felony count, and his wife was charged with 7 felony counts. Now, according to Dr. Red's son, Dr. Red had one single Native American pendant that was worth approximately $75, and that the FBI inflated the value of this pendant to $1,000, perhaps to induce a felony charge. So apparently from the stress and shame from all of this, Dr. Red committed suicide. So, bit of overreaction, but apparently this guy was, clean as a whistle, and to have all this go down on him was a little much for him. So, and then after the snitch, Dr. Gardner, apparently he was outed as an informant in 2010, and he committed suicide too. So, yeah, this is pretty disturbing. Apparently, as far as I know, none of these people were asked to surrender their artifacts or pay restitution for them. Again, there was no garnishing of their pay or whatever. There's, as far as I can tell, there was none of those interventions were tried. The FBI, BLM, and SWAT teams just use this informant to collect this information and do an early dawn raid on these homes. So clearly, regardless of what you think morally or legally of the people who took and sold these Native American artifacts, that this is a huge overreaction by the FBI and BLM. So, and it kind of raises an interesting question. What do you think about taking things from an area, let's pretend it's not a Native American site. Let's just say it's a home in your neighborhood that has been abandoned for a long time. At what point is it okay to take things from that area? I mean, after 20 years of abandonment, is it okay? How about 40 years? Or is it just never okay? But anyway, I just thought that was an interesting article. Again, I'll display his site here again, Jim Fisher True Crime, the Four Corners Archaeological Raids. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Hope you guys have a good weekend. This is Turk72 out.